so compassion is the move. Also, true compassion includes wisdom, right? It's not just in all cases give everybody everything that they want because you love them. I was living in Barcelona in the summer of 2014 with my best friend at the time, Tim. And Tim was sort of in the earlier stages of struggling with an alcohol addiction. And he's later found rehab and he's clean now. But at the time, it was like, I didn't really know the extent of it. I just knew Tim was like really fun and liked to party. And it was probably out of hand, but whatever. So we're living in Barcelona, and I've never really been a big drinker, but in those days I'd have like a glass of whiskey maybe once, twice a week if I felt like it, and like sit out on the balcony and have a drink and look out. And so I buy this bottle of Jameson, put it up in the cupboard, and I'm thinking, okay, this is gonna last, like the summer probably. And the next morning, I came downstairs and there was like this much left. I was like, what's going on, man? Because I never saw him take a drink. And he had done it like somehow behind my back, or I was like, we just went to bed? Like, what's going on? And so if this is there's this is a little bit, I don't know, brash, but there's a teacher, Chongyam Trungpa, used to call this idiot compassion, where you just give everybody what they want because you love and you want them to have everything. And so idiot compassion would be buy them another bottle. It's empty. Wisdom compassion would be sit them down. What's going on? You don't get to touch that bottle. If you want the best for them, actually. And be careful with that, obviously, because again, how are we to know what's best for anybody? But you do take your best judgment on that. And so if I'm feeling like in that moment back at the retreat where he grabs my arm and I'm like, okay, be compassionate, or he's disrupting the retreat, maybe I need to take him outside and tell him a little bit more like intently, hey, you can't do that. That's still compassion. But and also it's just by feel too, as well. So if you're ultimately like completely compassionate, then you're kind of untouchable in a sense to other people's energy, and the right answer seems to present itself in those moments too. Somebody.
That just reminds me of a call we had once, and she called it the hard edge of love, because I was having a hard time with some scenarios in business where I had to let some people go, but I didn't want to like hurt them and take away their income and stuff like that. And it was like this weird battle, but I wanted them, and you basically explained to me though that to develop this hard edge of love where they're slacking, falling behind, it's hurting the whole, and by not letting them go as well, it's hurting their progress and growth, because obviously they need to go and find what's right for them. And that just kind of made all this make sense. Like the compassionate thing is to let them go and to let that kind of take its path, And so that was huge for me.
Yeah, I remember that. What did I call it? The hard edge of love?
Yeah.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
And it's true, right? Like, if somebody's not doing a good job at something, the compassionate thing isn't necessarily to just let them keep doing it. It's like, hey, sorry, but like find something that's right for you. And has something happened after? Have you heard from them, or do you know?
Yeah, they found a new job and they're happier, and it's simpler for them and they like it. So it's great.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Hey, it's Taylor. I hope you enjoyed today's talk. And if you did, the best thing to do right now while it's fresh in your mind is head over to deepgame.com and join us in our free masterclass, where you'll learn all of the fundamental principles of the part of basketball that's played with the mind. We've had players call this the best hour of basketball learning of their lives, and it's completely free right now. So head over to deepgame.com, join us. Once again, it's totally free, and I will see you there.